Okay, you are welcome to the lesson one. We are going to talk about simple experiment, and the outcomes of simple experiment. Let's check that out as quickly as possible. So we see a simple experiment or process is an action or process that produces a single outcome from a set of possible outcome and is performed only once. And it's performed only once. Let's check that. Typical example is rolling a die. So you roll a die, it means that you are performing a single, it's a typical example of performing a simple experiment. We have different types of outcomes when you roll a die. You can have 1, 2, you have 3, 6, and all these are possible outcomes of rolling a die as a single experiment. We have tossing a coin. When we toss a coin, we either get a head or a tail, and that's also a typical example of a single experiment. Now, let's look at example one. Let's write out the four major examples of sample spaces of simple experiment. We have throwing a fair die once, and we have our outcomes to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible outcomes for throwing a fair die once. A fair die means none of the sides is biased. All the sizes are actually equal. So when you roll it, you have equal chances of falling on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the sample spaces. And then we go to example 2 of our simple experiment. We have tossing a coin. And in tossing a coin, you either get a head or a tail. And then sample spaces for tossing a coin will therefore be head, tail, or H and T, signifying head and tail. Now, let's look at our next other two examples we need. We would have example 3, drawing a card from a deck. Drawing a card from a deck. Now, in a standard deck, we have 52 cards. In a standard deck, we have 52 cards. The different types of cards. You are going to have 52 cards in a standard deck. Now let's look at question 4. Another type of simple experiment. We have spinning a spinner with 3 parts, or we are spinning a wheel, a color wheel, with a 3 color wheel, or 4 color wheel, or 5 color wheel. The color wheels can be in different parts and sizes, can contain as many colors as you want. So you find red, indigo, and yellow. Let's suppose these three. And if you have this, you can roll it. You have a yellow, roll it again, and then you have a red, roll it again, and maybe you have indigo or blue or violet. So these are the available sample spaces for simple experiment. I want you to take note of the simple experiment we've spoken about. We've spoken about spinning a spinner with 3 parts, or any other parts you can have, as many parts that you want. We have drawing a card from a deck, we have tossing a coin, and then we have rolling a die. And these are the 4 experiments that you need to keep and understand and know, so that whilst we move on, you should be able to use these to solve questions. Know the sample spaces for these 4 experiments, and you'll be fine as we move on. Thank you.